Alright, should be live. And with that said, alright, we have only a little bit left to do. I think where I'm at, Nimona wants to fight right outside the, it's not the center I'm at, it's the gym challenge area. Right outside the gym challenge area. I think Nimona wants to fight me right outside here. And beyond that, we only have two more, I think these are both raid locations, to wrap up our story with Cassiopeia. Which is fairly obvious at this point how that's... Whoops. Just slapped my microphone stand. That was an accident. You don't realize how quickly I drop what I'm doing. Dem, I don't think I do. And frankly, if that's the case, I have drastically been underappreciative. Thank you very much for that, Dem. I'm just mapping out what I'm going to be doing here. I've got two more locations to fight. And I have said before, judging by the this character's interaction with the flashbacks that we've seen, I want to save her for last. I really think I'm going to absolutely love this character. So I think I'm going to challenge this guy next. But in the first place, I have a fight with Nimona, I'm fairly certain. So I'm going to go deal with that and see where we stand on the challenge for the... I suppose the Elite Four is next as far as this storyline goes. Hey Richard, welcome to the stream. Hopefully things are going well for you too. Hopefully you guys are going to be getting ready for some fantastic holiday sessions. I do have one thing I want to say before I get going and try to find out where Nimona went. Maybe she's waiting for me to actually take on the Elite Four first. That might be a thing too. Anyways. The thing I wanted to mention is, I had a friend of mine who watches my streams through the video on demand option, you know, the post stream, he doesn't catch them live. And he mentioned to me one thing that I should do for, I don't know what he was thinking, for clout or whatever, but one of the things I should do is, for the holidays, put some notifications in my descriptions or in a pinned comment for charities. And I told him, tell me you don't read video descriptions without telling me you don't read video descriptions. In the description of my last video, I had a couple of charity options that I tend to donate to in the last stream. In this one, I added another one. I don't know if you guys have, you know, if you are of the means and capability, I donate a little bit every holiday season. But I just wanted to point out that there are some links down there. I'm not associated with anything. I get nothing. I get no information. These are just charities that are near and dear to me for various reasons. And I don't want to get too into the details of why, but... just letting you know that they're there so that I don't have friends come by later on and say, hey, you should do this thing that I'm already doing. Hey, Ash. Yeah, I did notice your comments coming through on your YouTube channel. I have not been able to catch any of the videos that you put out. I haven't noticed any yet. I want to see if Nimona's down here yet, and then I'm going to fast travel back to the areas where I know I have some challenges to take. But yeah, I've noticed you being active on your channel again, at least in the form of the comments that I noticed you left to an older clip. Hope to see some stuff from you soon, and I guess that's all we can say. Hope to see more from you soon, and hopefully you get to see some growth, because, you know, we're all about supporting and pushing that positivity. Alright, apparently, I'm guessing... Oh, wait, there's the field. If Nimona's here, it would be near the field. That's what makes sense to me. And I seemed to recall that she ran off at the end of our last fight, challenging us? Oh, item. But I don't know if she was challenging us immediately, which would be absolutely in line with her character, or if there was some further detail to it that I overlooked. Alright, I'm not seeing Nimona here anywhere, so I'm assuming the more direct route is she wants to see us at the Elite Four path. So I'm gonna mark this as my. Zoom back in, please. Up here, mark this as the next destination. And I think... Oh, I haven't visited that one yet. Alright, I'll fly to this one. And we'll just straight shot it straight north. On my way to 19 at the moment. Awesome. Post some positive messages. Oh, you put some up last night. Yeah, I haven't gone through and watched anything since yesterday. I rested all yesterday. Well, not all yesterday, but for a huge chunk of yesterday. And then even today, I slept in until about noon. Which is very rare for me. But, man, I've been busting my butt with work trying to get some... Make sure all of my T's are crossed and my I's are dotted before I took my vacation time. And so, yep, right now I've got vacation time is in place, but we've got all of the pre-holiday stuff taking up a lot of time. But once Christmas comes and passes, I will have probably about another week or so to do a lot more consistent streams. And, oh, can't ride him here? Why? How about here? So I'm looking forward to getting a couple more streams out once we get past all of the holiday, beating my face against the wall and opening my wallet and crying depressingly at the sheer emptiness of everything. I say that, and all the same, I still did a donation just before I went live to one of those charities. So, obviously, despite all of my You a big boy. Come here. Man! Dem just went in and dropped him. Alright. That was fun. I was not actually expecting him to walk away undamaged. So yeah, again, despite all of my complaining, which, guess what? Everybody takes the financial hit in the holidays. I'm not alone on that. But yeah, doing well enough to still be able to make the donations, so... I keep my head above water, even when I cry desperately or despairingly. Okay, we got some big guys around here. Hold on, is that... Does it get lighter as it evolves, or was that a shiny? Flamigo, get the hell away from me. I've got to go see what the heck that was about that ran off. You. I hope that wasn't a shiny. Clive, man, why are you doing this to me? Alright, hold up here. My favorite YouTuber actually donates to charity every time she hits a milestone. Richard, that's a good idea. I should consider doing that. I might just do that. She made the video for 200 subscribers, well, close to 300. I'm surprised that I'm at 300 right now. Don't have as many consistent viewers. But, I mean, we do well enough around here, and we keep the air of positivity. She said she didn't want to make it a 300 subscriber because she doesn't want to donate 5... Ooh! I feel that. I feel that, man. $500 is a little outside of my price range, but... Especially right now. But, we gotta do what we gotta do. What is your favorite band? Ooh, alright, Ash, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a particular favorite band. I do have a favorite genre. I'm a big fan of metal, rock, alternative rock, punk rock, that field of music. As far as what a favorite band is, it's literally in, like, rotation. I've been listening to a lot of Avenged Sevenfold recently, so right now, I'd say, as far as, like, what I'm constantly listening to, that's probably high up on the list. When will you do a Nuzlocke? Okay, Ash, to fill you in on that one, that's an easy one to answer. I am playing through Scarlet in its entirety at a pace that is leisurely and enjoyable for me, in the idea that I wanted to experience the new Pokemon game in a fashion that lets me just enjoy the ride. The Nuzlocke, once I finish Scarlet, once I get through all of the primary missions, once I go through everything, once I check out the big secret end location that I've heard about, but I haven't seen anything yet because I think it's locked off until you finish all 3. I'm not sure on that. Once we get through all of that, all of the shiny Pokemon that I found during my Scarlet run will be given out as simple trades in a stream at some point. Probably at the end of the last stream for that. With exception to if I get a shiny of one of my favorites. I've been trying real hard to find a few of them, and I haven't gotten lucky on those. So far, I think we have 3 shinies to give out. Once that is done, and that stream wraps up where I'll be giving those away, the next stream after that will start a Nuzlocke, and it will be of Violet. Can confirm it gets okay. Thank God for that, Richard. I was a little upset at the possibility of that, but I don't know what the shinies look like yet. Again, I have managed to keep myself very out of the loop for a lot of the Pokemon information in regards to these games, because I'm still trying to make sure that everything I give you guys is exactly the raw sensation I would get experiencing it as close to the first time as I can. Because I think with a lot of people who get wrapped up in the Pokemon sensation, too much of that is lost. And I'm trying to bust through the comments to get back to the game here. Steam sales are finally on. Oh my god, Dem! God damn, I was just talking about my wallet, man! Dem's just like, hey, by the way, you want to go spend another $300? Because that's probably what's gonna happen. Steam does that to me. Alright, yep, it wasn't a shiny, Shinona, it's 100 equal to the 100 she's at. Ah, well, I'm gonna tell you, that would get outside of my price range really fast, and because I am in a position to not want to particularly... I don't want to force, like, the ad experience and so on and all that stuff to people if I can avoid it. Obviously, once you get the opportunity to monetize, you actually see better growth if you do that. So I'm caught and in a crossroads on that concept. But as of right now, I actually agree with the idea of when I hit milestones making a donation. That sounds great. I don't know if I could do that process, but I actually very much thank you for sharing that information. That is a way to make do of that in a positive light that hadn't crossed my mind. Oh, the Kira Justice. Yes, Richard, you've mentioned them before, and I did subscribe to them. Some of their translated covers are really cool. Within Temptations, that's another one for me to check out. Alright. Oh, NFX. Man, I have downloaded one song by them, and I can't remember which one it is. I'll have to look at my library, because I don't know if it's NFX or NFEX, whatever, but I know I have at least one song of them in my rotation. Anyway, sorry for not getting to the gameplay. I wanted to get through the chats. It was rattling off pretty fast there. Operation Starfall is going well, wouldn't you say? Only 2 bosses left now. This whole experience has been eye-opening, to say the least. I'm glad I could take part. Well, thanks, Clive. It's been great having you here. But I'm curious, Ian. What do you think of Cassiopeia? I have concern. I think Cassiopeia has a mindset that she's following in her own right now. But I think this is something that is possibly misplaced intentions. So, I don't think it's that they can't be trusted. I think there's more going on behind the scenes that we aren't privy to, and is going to be some sort of misguided ambition. Well, is that so? Personally, I don't think Cassiopeia feels any hate or resentment toward Team Star. Well, that's what I'm saying. It honestly doesn't feel like there's malice to what's happening. This does feel like somebody who wants to see the good things come for these people, who genuinely has a heartfelt attachment to the group, but is not fully in line with a good direction on how to guide from their point of being. No, there must be some other reason behind Operation Starfall. But what could it be? Within Temptation is a metal band, so I'm willing to bet you'll like their music. Well, Richard, you've kind of opened up the door now for this to absolutely be something for me to check out. 1 minute, I'm going to screenshot this chat log. There we go. That way, I'll know what I'm looking for when I go to look it up later. Who wants popcorn from Ash? Ash, I would love some popcorn. I actually recently... My niece has joined the Boy Scouts of America, the BSA, now that they have opened up to that option. I was a Boy Scout. My brother was a Boy Scout. My brother made it all the way to Eagle. And he was worried for a while that, now that he has taken in these 3 kids, that only the boy would be available. They opened it up. Now, frankly, we have in our local troop allowed for other siblings that are not boys to partake in the Boy Scout experience. However, up until they allowed the official joining, everything we did was kind of superfluous? Superficial? Anyways, we would let people receive patches and partake in this in the overall experience. But unfortunately, it was never truly official. And so when they made that decision, our local troop actually didn't change a whole lot. So, other than now allowing things to be official, and now that my niece has joined in, I have one person I go to for all of my popcorn needs, and I bought an entire case. Because your boy likes popcorn. Well, I'd best get back to keeping watch. Call for me if you decide to take on the base. Okay? Also, when we do the Nuzlocke, I won't be so hard up on catching all of the dialogue options while also engaging in chat. I wanted the item... My guys! You keep interrupting me with your cutscenes. Over here, Cubs and Scouts were always mixed. Yeah, for some places it is that way. In the States, they hadn't had it that way for very long yet. It's been a number of years now that they've been officially allowed to be mixed. But because we have the whole, what do we call them? There's Venture, there's Boy Scouts, and then there's the Girl Scouts. Venture has always been mixed. Girl Scouts, I think, even still is gender specific. I think even right now you're not allowed to join Girl Scouts as a male. However, Boy Scouts has opened up to that avenue. Apparently Sonic Frontiers currently has a holiday suit out for free. Ooh. Look, Sonic in a Santa hat just sounds right. For a holiday, not for daily wear, for a holiday. I will return later, when it is time for the young master's piano. Oh, this is okay, this is some snotty uptight guy. Until then, please, give him my regards. Yes, Mr. Harrington? Hmm? And who might you be, young man? A friend of the young master, perhaps? Young master? Ah, I see. Since you seem unaware, I must inform you that this is the base of Team Star's ferry crew. The Ruba. Did I say that? The Ruchba squad? Led by young Master Ortega. Mr. Harrington, I don't think we're supposed to be giving out that information. No. Then please accept my apologies. Do you have any idea as to who this young man might be? Well, he's no friend of ours. You know, I think he might be here to try and take us on. Understood. In that case, I take it you're an adversary of the young master. I guess that checks out. One moment, guys. Is that so? Well then, that leaves me with one last thing to ask you. Would you be so kind as to indulge me in a quick battle? Yeah, sure, no problem with that. Splendid. Then let us begin. Your challenge, okay, Harrington, just random trainer, no special title. And of course he's rocking some fairy types. Fairy types are one that I still don't know fully the weakness and restrictions for. So unfortunately, I'm still in a bit of a... And no need to spoil it for me. I'm gonna go through this and take my lumps. The lack of knowledge on my part is my own doing. I am, however, emphasizing that it is one of the typings that I am least familiar with. Let's try Arcana. And, man, if I were to guess Fairy, if I were to do a lot of the thought process like we do, you know, water puts out fire, hard to punch a bird, things like that, I would suspect, actually, that Fairy in its creation was meant to portray kind of the Fae, not just fairy tale stuff. And in mythology, the Fae would come to blows with knights quite often. So I'm going to try Metal Claw and see if that's a type advantage. Alright, it's neutral. But it's not a resistance, so that has... My whole thought for mythology means nothing. Alright, let's try Bug. Haven't tried Bug yet. Alright, Arcana's got it locked down with the Bug type. And now, I have an approach going into this for the raid. Arcana leads the charge, and we build off of the knowledge that we've gathered on the typing so far. Well, an outstanding performance. However, be aware that young Master Ortega's battle prowess far surpasses my paltry skills. You would do well to take care. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hasta la vista. Okay, the grunt just chimed that in randomly. That gentlemanly guy used to be the director of the academy. I think. At least that's what I heard. Now he's like tutoring the boss or something. He shows up here sometimes to take the boss to his lessons. Oh, hold up. Why am I explaining this to you? There's no doubting you're here to make trouble. So I gotta go let everyone know. Hasta la vista. Just gotta do my pose before I run away and fill everyone in. Rototototo. I see the guard has been dealt with. Good job. That base belongs to Team Star's Fairy Crew. The Ruchba Squad. I still don't know how to say that. I'm going to change it up every time. Their boss, Ortega, is the mechanic of the team. He may be the youngest of the bosses, but his battle skills are no joke. Underestimate him, and things will go south for you quickly. He's also a real lead from the back type. He gets his grunts to do all the dirty work for him, but his weak point is his short fuse. Get him good and angry, and he'll march out to the front lines to deal with you himself. In terms of tactics, there's nothing else for it but to take down all the lackeys he sends your way. Just tough it out until Ortega shows up, and go from there. Ring the bell on the gates once you're ready to kick off this phase of the operation. Time to wipe the Hushbach squad off the map. Again, sorry if you hate my that the way that is tilted, that almost unbalanced me for a second. Anyways, yeah, sorry if my pronunciation of that is going to be bugging people, but I have no idea how to actually pronounce it, so I'm just having fun with it. Alright, they're running fairies. So I think we're going to lead with Arcana, Richard, and Ash. And I'm going to potion up Dem. Because after the last stream, when Dem soloed like 3 gyms and a battle with Nimona, I think he's earned a little bit of a break. Alright, ring that bell. I would make a reference to like the whole YouTube stuff, but you guys know how that works, and frankly, when I've got 2 people showing up the second I hit go live, before I even pull my chat up, I'd imagine you guys have some way of knowing I go live. Code Red, Operation Starfall alert. Everyone, get into position and defend the boss with all you got. And rest assured, intruder, we'll deal with you without the boss's help. Unless you manage to beat 30 of our Pokemon in 10 minutes, that is. Good luck with that. Oh, man. Holiday allergies, man. They're getting to me. Sorry about that, by the way. Oh! No, they're making me fight the Mimikyus! That ain't cool, guys! Dick move! And let's send Ash out to go bake some bread. Stop making me fight the Mimikyus! They're adorable and I love them. They really know how to hurt me with this challenge. Man, these guys are just... There we go, some Jigglypuffs. That's a lot better. We gotta be nearing the end. Alright, Arcana, I think between you and Richard up here, that's gonna be the end of that. I sit here for several hours a day refreshing YouTube channel. Dem, I appreciate the sentiment, but I question the sanity if that's the case. Our defenses are breached. It's up to the boss now. Frankly, as I go through work on a daily basis, I do the same thing. I'll finish off a section of my spreadsheet, I'll go back into YouTube, slap the refresh button, and see who posts what. I do a lot of listening to various music artists, podcasters, things like that as I go through the workday. Working remotely, it gives me the opportunity to kind of justify that approach without having to be judged by coworkers. Huh. Surian. Okay. Talk about underwhelming. I was expecting, I don't know, someone a little more beefed up. Well, whatever. I don't care who you are. Not like I'm going to lose to you anyway. If you think fairy types are all about cuteness, you're in for a nasty surprise. Look, they're not all about cuteness, but you can't deny me Mimikyu is the, definition of adorable. Meanwhile, you start with the non-cute route. I mean, cute to an extent, but you know, not to the top echelon that fairy types can achieve. Slap him with a little poison. I didn't even think of that earlier. Again, taking the fairy tale route, the story of the unicorn horn That hurt. Did you realize how outmatched you are? If you're giving up now, or if you're giving up, now's the time. My guy, I just managed to underestimate the typing options. We're not done. We're not even close to done. Alright, now they're sending out Wigglytuff. Let's swap it to Ash. Again, for the fairy type option, the man's not bringing out a lot of heavy hitters, so I'm a little confused by that. I would have expected some beefier challenges. He's still got at least one more before he swaps over to the car, though. At which point, it doesn't matter what typing you're dealing with. You have a car threatening to run you over. Alright, little paralysis from the body slam. There you go. Ash don't care about no love. He goes in for the swings. Mimikyu is adorable until you look under its costume. You'd probably still think it's adorable if you'd be alive to tell the tale. Look, I understand the mythology that they go for, and frankly, I don't so much care. I know it's a costume he wears, and you can even see the little eyes on the chest of the Mimikyu. It's the creature underneath the costume, and its want to be loved, and its story and its tale that really tugs at the heartstrings and makes you see the creature within the nightmare story. And that's where the love comes from. Alright, let's freeze a little bread. Have a taste of this slick move. Bet you can't handle my Pokemon's adorable strength. I don't know, I think Richard took that pretty well. Mimikyu is one of the Pokemon that I really want to get a plush of, but I only have... No, wait, I do have one. They put one out recently that I picked up. I think I have the Easter Mimikyu from the Pokemon Center. My point is I want more plushies of Mimikyu to exist that I can go get. What the heck? Why is my team on the ropes? This is something. Didn't manage to read the end of that. Okay, you know what? Let's try to put this vehicle underwater. See if we can't flood the engine, literally. All right, didn't work too well. Let's try. I mean, I could send Dem in. Dem could come in and just start showing how he bodies again. Let's send out Lupin. Yeah, before they released, I think it was Sun and Moon, when they had like a rush for the mythology of some Pokemon from that generation, Mimikyu being one of the ones that they highlighted quite often. As soon as I heard the story of Mimikyu, my heart broke for him, and I just immediately fell in love. And then they gave us in the game the opportunity to run into one at like was it a theme park or a convenience store or something? Again, it was too much. My brother has an Espeon and an Umbreon plushie. I think he also has an Eevee one, but I can't remember. I have an Eevee. I have an Espeon. I do not have an Umbreon right now. I pick up a lot of the holiday ones when they come out. Not all of them. I pick up the holiday ones for the Pokemon that I'm particularly fond of. Alright, the confusion's getting to be annoying. Alright, who are we sending into... yeah, let's go with Houndstone. Let's see if Houndstone can wrap it up. Might be a little rough because I think we're coming in to take a hit. My favorite plush that I have so far of the Pokemon stuff is a couple of holidays ago. They did a winter special for the Alolan Vulpix. We'll give him a little taste of his own fairy power. God, another confusion. I hate confusion as a stat. Come on, fingers crossed. No, there we go. Alright, we're going to give another roll of that dice before we have to heal up. Anyways, they did a holiday one for the Alolan Vulpix, and it's basically Alolan Vulpix in a Red Riding Hood outfit, and it is adorable and super cute. And for a while, I had it at my office as a holiday decoration. I'd put it in storage and pull it out on the holiday season. But then COVID happened, all the stuff that happened down there, and now I work remotely, and so now he sits lovingly on a shelf. You just reminded me of a TikTok I saw. Oh, this... Okay, I see where this is going, and I'm afraid to keep reading. No, Dem. Just reminded me of a TikTok I saw. 2 furries, one in an Umbreon suit, and one in a Vaporeon suit. You see, I don't so much mind the furry thing. People gonna do what they do. Whatever. But you know where it's going when you see people do the Vaporeon thing. Vaporeon has been ruined by the internet. You can't do a Vaporeon reference without taking it to that avenue. And leave it to them to break my spirit rattling on about Eevees and adorable Pokemon. Yeah, he do that. How could I lose? What the heck? Hey guys, did you know that in terms of male, human, and female... Thank you, Richard. Thank you for that. What the heck? I'm really trying to emphasize how he's like mad but can't actually scream. Your toy car didn't budge an inch, huh? I told you it's not a toy. I told you it's not a toy. It's called the Starmobile, and I was up all night building it. Well, the problem's clear that we're not giving it enough juice. You designed this thing to be powered by 2 Charcadet, but it's just too heavy. Well, such a shame. I wanted to see the looks on our bullies' faces once we got it moved. You guys were gonna bring these vehicles into the school and just start running over bullies? I mean, like, if I was in high school, I might be like, yo, relatable, but after the fact, man, it's a little dark. You guys are basically doing the non-gun related version of a school shooting. Holy cow. I'm sorry. I really thought it would work. Come, good fellow. 'Tis no occasion for melancholy. Why to make such a remarkable contraption by thine own hands? Genius, thy name is Ortega. Yeah, well, there's no point if it doesn't work, is there? If I knew all that effort would have zero payout, I'd have just asked Mother to buy a car for us. See, this is why people don't take you seriously. You say some stupid things, you know that? What? Mela, cool it, would you? Yeah, how about no? I mean, we even put this in the code, for crying out loud. When we started Team Star, we swore to quit relying on our parents or bags of cash to fix our problems for us. Or did you forget? If that hunk of junk doesn't move, get it moving. If we're short on juice, just crank up the power. Doesn't take a genius, man. Well, that's easy enough to say, Melly. Do you have an actual plan? Yeah, I'm going to goose step over this way, and I'm going to train up my Char Cadet to have him evolve. Their boosted firepower will get the Starmobile moving, no sweat. But the hour of our Operation Star is nigh at hand. How will you succeed in time? Oh, I'll get it done. You know, Mela shoots her mouth off an awful lot. But she means well. Yeah, I know. This sucks. Rish, hey, welcome to the stream, Rish. Hopefully you are having a great build-up to the holiday season. Brings new meaning to a drive-by shooting. Rich, we are bringing this into dark territory really fast. This sucks. I hate myself for losing. But I also can't get over how awesome you were in that battle. If any of us squad bosses are defeated, that means we have to step down. And going against our code would make me a traitor to the team. Fine. Not like I have a choice anyway. So take the badge already. You'd better treat it with the respect it deserves. Man, the pose. You can tell how absolutely uncomfortable he is about that. Do you Hindi? As in, do I speak? No, I am unfortunately one of the few people that slipped through the cracks of the American education system and only managed to pick up a few bits here and there of other languages. I know a little bit of ASL, I know a little bit of Spanish here and there. I used to know a little bit of Spanish. Not sure how much of that holds up anymore. Also a little bit of French. Again, one I have not used at all, and so probably holds up not at all. The sign language one, oddly enough, was drilled into me to such an extent that the elements of it that I commonly use do stick around. The obvious one being thank you. I still do the little thank you thing as I say thank you. In part, that would be probably because of my brother, who also took ASL. I'm not done yet. Here's my favorite TM2. Feel free to marvel at how awesome it is. Yo, Dazzling Gleam is a decent move, and certainly a great one to have as a TM if you have a lower-leveled fairy Pokemon, or lower-level Pokemon that can learn fairy moves. Because it's a decent one that you can just pump into a low-level Pokemon at an early rate. Sorry about that, taking a drink. And just so you know, you are the worst. Like the most annoying person ever. But, I get it. You're super strong. I'll admit that much. You even busted up my Starmobile. Young Master Ortega? Oh, Mr. Harrington. I guess it's time for my piano lesson? As it happens, I just lost my boss title, so I'm all good to head on home. Actually, a different matter brought me here. There's somebody I would like you to meet. He's a distant acquaintance of mine. Name's Clive. Okay. What's your business here? Want you to tell me something. You're the son of a wealthy family, and heir to a major apparel company? So why join a group like Team Star? What a question to ask someone you've just met. Well, my answer's the same as everyone else in the team. It's 'cause I was being bullied. So the Academy really did used to have an issue with bullying. Who would guess, right? Oh, Ortega. Who would guess, right? The school is all rainbows and butterflies these days. And the bullies from back then don't even go to the Academy anymore. Why? What happened to them? As the former director of the Academy, I believe I am best positioned to answer that question. Mr. Harrington. About 18 months ago, the members of Team Star confronted the students who used to bully them, and an altercation broke out between the groups. Though it did not escalate into a major incident, because running children over with vehicles does not count as major in a world of superpowered creatures roaming around wildly, the altercation nonetheless caused a scandal of hitherto unknown proportions. I'm sorry, hitherto. I feel ashamed for that level of ignorance. As a result of what occurred that day, the students who had perpetrated the bullying dropped out of the academy, one after another. But there aren't any records anywhere in the academy. No, I should imagine not. My former deputy deleted all records of the incident, you see. Why would anyone do that? Just as I was puzzling over how best to deal with Team Star in the aftermath of the incident, a certain student came to see me. This student declared that they would take all responsibility for the team's actions. In exchange, they requested that I exonerate the other students of Team Star from any blame. No one told me that! I accepted the request and agreed not to take disciplinary actions against Team Star. Then, I assigned 18 months of overseas study to the student who took responsibility for the team. A year and a half of studying abroad? Honestly, that doesn't sound like a punishment to me. That sounds like a reward. This was not intended as a punishment. You understand. Team Star were the victims after all. I wanted the student to take some time to rest, so I had them return home to the Galar region, under the pretext of overseas study. Around that time, however, the former deputy director took it upon himself to arrange... Who is this former, director? I feel like this is going to be someone relevant if they're kind of doing some shady stuff, but at the request? Very unclear right now. To erase all traces of the incident from the Academy servers. It appears his intent was to shield himself from any blame. So he tried to cover the whole thing? That's terrible. After we discovered that what he had done, I dealt with him appropriately, of course. Shot him in the kneecaps and left him behind near a dumpster. But the inability of myself and the rest of the teaching staff to prevent this terrible act also represented a grave blunder on our part. I accepted the blame that lay at my feet and resigned from my position as director. The rest of the teaching staff then joined me in handing in their notices. So that's why the current teachers were all brought in a year and a half ago. I understand my actions have caused you a great deal of trouble. You may have... Wow, I'm like having a stroke here. You have my sincere apologies. Hang on, Mr. Harrington. How come you suddenly decided to talk about this now? Young Master Ortega, Team Star cannot carry on in its current fashion. I merely wish to give you a chance to chart a better course. Well, there's no way I'm abandoning my friends and going to school without them. Not after we've come this far. Your friends in Team Star must mean a great deal to you. Isn't that obvious? It's because, you know, they're my greatest treasure in the whole world. Realistically, in this game, nothing stops you from doing a lot of these sessions out of order. How exactly does it play out differently if, hypothetically, this is the first one you clear? I think you theoretically could. You'd have to do a lot of leveling because I think the level maintains. At least that seems to be the case from me backtracking to some of the other gyms. Catch a Flygon. I am currently still in the mainline story and have not come across a Flygon as of yet. I do think I've come across some of the lower forms, so quite possibly going to be happening, but we'll see where it goes from there. Rototototo. Ian, it's me. I take it that Ortega handed over his star badge to you then? I see. With its boss no longer around, the RHBA squad is as good as finished. Even Ortega. I'm sorry. We're almost there now, just one boss left. The operation's been a huge success thanks to you, Ian. And Clive has also performed admirably as your support. I remember him saying that you're acquaintances. Have you known each other long? Oh yeah, we go way back, like about a year and a half or so. Well, he's clearly a reliable friend. He almost reminds me of the gang back in the day. I'm sorry, the gang? As you know, Team Star was formed by a group of students who were being bullied at school. Shortly after, these students, none other than the squad bosses themselves, confronted their bullies head-on. The outcome was a resounding victory for Team Star, though you could hardly call it a contest. Yeah, it's not exactly fighting on even ground when you show up with a vehicle and start driving over small children. Then again, I suppose they did say anybody at any age could join the academy, so maybe they weren't all small children? But the intent does not change. The bullies didn't even put up a fight. Kind of hard to fight against a rampaging vehicle. They all got bolted from the battle the first chance they... Well, no wonder they ran! You busted in with freaking vehicles! Scared spitless of Team Star, the bullies then dropped out of school, one after another, and Team Star ended up the villains of the story. I mean, again, you busted... Look, I can be sympathetic for people being bullied. I can be sympathetic towards people who are fighting depression. But the second you show up with a car and start plowing through hordes of people, the sympathy goes out the window. That's kind of the way it works. Anyone played Fallout? I have played Fallout 4. I have, do you have Pokemon cards? Rish, I have a lot of Pokemon cards from way back in the day. I have not gotten them, like, appraised or anything. A lot of my cards, because of my region and location, we didn't get a lot of game stores that popped up until well into the hobby growing. So I actually didn't get a lot of opportunity to sleeve a lot of my cards way back in the day. And any opportunity that I did get were oversized sleeves meant for baseball cards that long predated the arrival of Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh! And so on, Magic the Gathering even. I have a lot of old cards. They're in pretty decent shape, but they're certainly not flawless because of that fact. But I have been buying recently as well, because frankly, some of the new card art is freaking awesome. So that's what I gotta say on that one. I do like the Pokemon trading card game as well, and I really wish that they would make more games around it like they did back in the Game Boy Color era. And if you haven't gotten to check those out, I strongly recommend them. The first one is available in English, and the second one fairly recently got fully translated. As far as going back to Fallout 4, I have history with the Fallout franchise. I love the concept of the Fallout series. However, I played Fallout 3 for a little bit before it bricked a console. I played Fallout New Vegas for a little bit before it no longer ran. I played Fallout 4 with terrible results, despite long since overshooting the system requirements on PC. I have only recently gone back and gotten to start playing Fallout 4 again, and that was after several attempts at uninstalling, reinstalling, fixing issues, I found some mods that help deal with the issues I was experiencing. And frankly, right now I can play Fallout 4 without too much issues. But I have had a cursed experience trying to experience the Fallout franchise. That said, for those people that do get to enjoy it without the whatever curse I face, great style, great direction, great series of games, big fan. Please play Pokemon Sword and Shield. I have played Pokemon Sword and Shield. I think I've done so on streams. I also have a really decent Nuzlocke run of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, I believe it was. As well as a Nuzlocke run that was started before a lot of other people started doing Nuzlockes of Pokemon Legends Arceus. So if you're interested in those have been done before. But I will be doing a Nuzlocke of Violet once we get through Scarlet. Anytime someone mentions Pokemon cards, I have to bring this up. My brother has a first edition gold bordered Meowth. So do I, Richard, and it is a beautiful card. The card art back in the day was really cool, and every so often new sets come out with fantastic card art, and that is what makes me go back out and just buy a whole box of cards. Fallout 1 and 2 and Tactics are on Epic for free. I didn't know. Okay. I'm going to have to go pick those up. My PC is over the top for Fallout 4, so I should be alright. Mine was over the top for Fallout 4 when it first came out, but the problem I ran into was when it first came out. There have been so many patches that they've done, and even then I ran into a nightmare amount of issues for system compatibility. But again, a couple of mods installed and boom, all that issue is cleared up. But I do want to let you know that there are mods out there should you experience a lot of issues that just kind of clear up the bugs. Not fully. It's a Bethesda game. There's bugs. But yeah, that's something to bring up for that. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, that's Cassiopeia. Forget I mentioned it. Now, about your reward. I'll transfer some LP over the phone as promised. Thank you, Cassiopeia. Ooh, new TM's always fun. Make good use of those TMs. They should help you take down the last remaining boss. My supply unit rep will be along soon to give you your bonus reward. Well, we have what is so far, I think, my favorite of the bosses left. We don't have a lot of information about them, but we know they have like a general wrestling attire thing, but they've also got some weird tutu getup, and I'm curious how the two elements of that play into the person we're going to go see. Alright, we got Penny here. Here I am. Just stay in your Pokeball for once, will you? But he's so friendly and he just wants to... Look at him, he's adorable. Koraidon, I have grown to absolutely adore him. And after all that, he's just chilling and back again. Wow. Team Star went through all that, huh? They just wanted the bullies to go away, but then they became the bad guys in everyone's eyes. What a joke. These students, the teachers, they're all so messed up. If even just one of them had been paying attention when everyone was getting bullied, they'd have been able to tell right away that Team Star wasn't the one in the wrong. But I guess the big boss was the one who urged everyone to face their bullies, despite knowing how messed up the academy is. What a massive idiot. Creating Team Star and just hoping their plan would miraculously work out. No, I don't know about that. There's more to this than you're getting out of the story, Penny. I'm sure of it. Well, here's your reward. The next boss is the very last one. We're counting on you, Ian. Alright, Penny, you go enjoy your seasonal... I don't think it's seasonal at this point, depression, but Well, I think there's more going on than you're fully in tuned to. Alright, let me remove that and swing over. Where are they? I thought they were over this. Oh, all the way over. Alright. Set that as the destination. I have not made it all the way out that way yet. I'm surprised by that. I thought I've cleared a lot of the map. But there's a whole section off to the east that I haven't done yet. Did you watch Pokemon Ultimate Journeys? I watched the Pokemon anime for a lot of seasons. I started to lose interest shortly after the Diamond and Pearl era. But I still stuck around and watched for a while. I got a little salty at what was normally a soft reset being treated as a much harsher, harder reset. Sliding everywhere. For Sun and Moon. Anyways, yeah, the what traditionally is a soft reset getting treated as a hard reset in Sun and Moon kind of jaded me a little bit. And then with the further running into a lot of narrative and character changes, I eventually fell out of favor. I have heard a lot of good things about Pokemon. Is it the recent season, the one that is wrapping up or has wrapped up in the sub at least? I've heard a lot of good things. I've considered going to check it out. One thing I do want to do is I want to catch the end bit for Ash in the final leg of the journey. Big hops. Just because I was there for the start of everything. And I don't know if they're going to do the one thing I really want to see or not. I've said it on some of my streams before. I'm a huge fan of a lot of the regional birds. And knowing the... Hold up. There we go. Knowing a lot of the stories and stuff around the early days of Ash Ketchum in the anime. I'm gonna fly over this way. I got to experience the absolute growth, the determination, the loyalty of Pidgeotto that eventually evolves into Pidgeot. That is the #1 Pokemon I want to see get just a showing. One last moment to say, hey bud, glad to see you. I don't know if we're going to get that, and I'm going to be a little crushed if we don't. And I know that the send-off between the two was considered different in the sub, but I don't think there's any declaration of the Pidgeot not still being right near Pallet. And I don't see why there's any... I want the item! Alright, you're not going to give me the item? We'll do it this way. Can you grab the... No. Alright. There we go. It was not going to elude me. I wanted it, and at this point it was personal. But yeah, that's the big thing with the anime I'm looking forward to. And there have been screenshots supposedly leaked of what the next session is going to be. And I'm really excited to see where the anime is going to go in the new season. So even though I've been feeling a little slighted and jaded about the story and the direction with Ash and how that all plays out overall, I'm definitely willing to give the series a shot with some new characters and new direction and see where it goes. I actually am thinking they're going to do pretty good with a lot of that. Alright, let me fly over to this and catch up on chat again. Even my laptop is better than the recommended. Yeah, again, being over the recommended specs was not ever the issue I... Oh, that's an Earthring back there. Was not the issue I faced. It was a lot of compatibility. Also reminds me, when I was a kid, I saw a store selling the Egyptian God Yu-Gi-Oh cards for over $100. Come to find out, as an adult, they weren't even released yet at the time, meaning those were fake. I believe that a lot of those cards were not fake. They were not tournament legal. I believe a lot of the Egyptian God cards were made by Konami. That was weird as a transition. Anyways, I think they were made by Konami and originally released in the Shonen Jump magazines. At least that's how I know my friend got them. I actually have the set I assume you're talking about, the ones that were colored. Rototototo. But yeah, it's they aren't able to be used in any gameplay. I have the original set that was printed with the rules. I have the original set that was not printed with the rules. I have the original set that was printed with the rules. And I have the alternate card art where it's got the like little signature whatever from the sets that those released on. Those ones are my favorite because the card art for those looks so beautiful. Much like the Blue Eyes White Dragon that's coiled around the top of the Kaiba Court building. That is my favorite card art for the Blue Eyes White Dragon to date. And I even have some of the original printings of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. The original printing from the Legend of Blue Eyes pack, the original printing from the starter deck from Kaiba. I even have the original printing from one of the Game Boy games, which is one of the rarest ones to find. However, unfortunately, because I played the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, and I've mentioned my issues with getting sleeves, these Blue Eyes White Dragons cards are not in the peak condition we would love to see them in. Been through the sales and found 11 games I want, averaging 60% off. That's some good discounts. Just gonna be living on scraps. Dem, I'm gonna be hard in relationship to that because I have a very large list of wish listed games, and if I see a 60% off sale, there's actually an entire reason that I did the video for Steam cleaning. Is quite often I will buy games on Steam. This is a bad habit of mine. If I see it at like 75% or more off, I might buy it just because I don't even fully know what I'm buying, but I'm just like, the art looks interesting and I kind of want to see where this goes. And I end up with a lot of games that I've actually forgotten that I bought. And so, or games that just I don't play as often as I wish I did. And so I started what I want to do more of, which I call Steam cleaning, where I check out these games either for the first time or showcase them because I think they're games other people should check out. And I want to do mostly good games, but also games that might not be good, but were picked up as a random result and have remained unplayed in my library for whatever reason. And I will go through them and give my opinions on the first playthrough. Not playthrough, but I play through more of the game than you guys end up seeing in those footages. And I try to wrap it up near the end of the session that I'm playing to let you guys know what I thought positively and negatively from the games. I didn't even know about that card art for Blue Eyes White Dragons. Richard, are you talking about the one where it's wrapped around the Kaiba Court building? Because that is so... In person, I have the holo of it, and oh my god, it's a gorgeous piece. You know, trading card art... Gotta put some props on the people that make some particularly good pieces. One of the head guys that did a lot of the OG Pokemon card art actually live streams on occasion new art pieces that he does on YouTube. Look him up. I don't know his name offhand, but he is under the YouTube search system by his name. Highly recommend it. Check him out. he does some fun pieces. He does a lot of pieces of like animals in the positions of human society, and they're really adorable to look at. Nah, I do that too. South Park games, Cuphead, Halo, Portal 1 and 2. Yeah, it's a thing we all do. What I'm trying to do is showcase some of them because I've run across a couple. In the first run I did, I had 2 games that I had never checked out properly, and after doing my Steam cleaning, I went through and played a lot more of. I didn't beat them fully because eventually some of them did lose interest, but were absolutely cool, and I think for people who are way more into those specific styles of game would absolutely get a joy out of them. So I want to do more of those, but it requires time for me to record, edit, and still push things out. I see you're at the 5th base. Hold up inside there is Team Star's last remaining squad. You fought well to make it this far. Thank you, Ian. No problem. Can I get out of here? My leather hat's getting a little too soaked. Ian, Cassiopeia. So you made it out as well, Clive? Of course. It's the last base. I wouldn't want to miss out on the action. Clive, I owe you my thanks. Your help has been invaluable to the operation. I'm sorry I was so wary of you at first. That's all water under the bridge. When we're finished with this base, will that be the end of Operation Starfall then? Not quite. We'll still need to handle Team Star's secret mastermind last of all. We got any leads on where to find them? I'm hoping they'll come out into the open once all the squad bosses have stepped down. I see. We've come so far. Only a few more steps. I was really fighting to go into some Linkin Park lyrics there. Only a few more steps left. Don't let me down, either of you. The artist for Fairy Tail actually recently made a YouTube channel. Ooh! I'm gonna have to check that out. The artist for Fairy Tail, I believe, is also the same guy that did Rave Master, which, back in the Toonami era, I believe it was a series I really enjoyed. And I know, Richard, you did a fan cover of one of the, was it the ending? Rave About It, I think is the name of it. But yeah, one of my favorite ending songs, just because it's such a chill song to vibe to, and you could listen to it and enjoy it and not even have any relation to the anime. Cassiopeia's hung up. All right. Thanks to you, Ian, I've slowly but surely come to understand Team Star. I know what I need to do, and I know what my final decision will be. For that, I can't thank you enough. Take care of that base, Master Ian. Sorry for getting all polite there. Don't know what came over me. Alright, so I'd imagine this is going to be specifically fighting, but it looks like electric as well. So, yeah, I even see the fist here. But I'm not gonna... I imagine they're gonna use that, like, the new Paw Pokemon. So knowing that they're gonna be fighting and electric, let's swap things up a bit. I'll be right back, guys. Just need a second. Sorry you guys had to hear the squeaking of that. I should get some oil out here to prevent that in the future. Alright, before I rush in here, I'm going to save. And as Richard pointed out, I got the title of the song wrong. It is Power of Destiny is the title of the song that I was referencing. Oh, wait, I was swapping out party. That's what I was doing. Alright, Ash up front. Fighting Dem is unfortunately going to be at a disadvantage. Which is fine, you know, Dem's taking a break today anyways. He carried literally the entire game on his back in the last session. I don't think there was a fight that he wasn't just, like, leading everything with. Why is it not? There we go. Okay, that was weird. Man. I think I'm going to keep Richard up there as well. Swap him for Arcana. I just worry about the... Oh, but the electricity. That's no good. I guess Arcana's sticking out front. But he is not going to be the front runner in this. We're going to send out Lupin. Probably should have named him like Arsène Lupin or something like that to really, really drive it home. But I didn't. Mistakes made. You're pretty skilled. Not many... Oh, she is just out front, ready to go. Not many trainers can shrug off my Pokemon's attacks like that. The same to you. Aerie, was it? Your Pokemon have clearly spent a lot of time honing their moves. But I'm surprised to find the boss herself out here defending the gates. Don't you trust your grunts enough to put them on guard duty? Watch your mouth. I'm here because I don't want to risk anyone else getting hurt. That... Ooh! Hold up! We have like a boss leader literally leading properly, my opinion properly, throwing themselves out front to be the shield wall for the subordinates. Respect it. What a benevolent boss. Now if you want to get on with our battle, I'm already on my side. Hold up, I want a piece of this. Hold on. Clive, respect you, but I want in. Who are you? Oh, Ian. There you are. I started talking to this girl since she looked like she was with Team Star. And she and her Pokemon came at me without warning. We were just battling it out. Riri, I knew you'd be out here. Carmen. Oh, I love that she goes by Riri. That's kind of adorable. Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you? I'm fine, honestly. Now get away from here, it's not safe. I'll take over guarding the base, Riri. You should get back inside. No, I won't back down, I can't. Riri, you need to stop this. Until the big boss... Oh, the big boss. The secret top of the top boss, got it. Until the big boss comes back, I have to protect all of you. And everyone else in Team Star too. Alright, it's Calf Squad, I think. That's why you should get back to the base and rest up. Even if just for a little bit. As the boss, I can't. Please, I'm your friend. Listen to what I'm saying. Ooh. It's like bending her arm. Fine, I'll go. I'm sorry, Carmen. Hey, that's no way to sign off. Let me hear a Hasta la Vista from you, nice and loud. Hasta la Vista! Okay, you know what? I'm glad I saved her for last because I do really like the character. My leg has been cramping all day and my neck has been tight. Worked out too hard. Work be too hard. Damn, my brain is like falling apart. I understand what you're saying. I put you through your paces last session and you're worn out from it. I'm your opponent now, you two. Come on, I'll take you both down. And frankly, you're right, Dem. I'm sorry. You can bill me the trip to the spa. Hey, Ian. My Pokemon are actually running on empty after that last battle. Sorry to spring this on you, but you think you can handle this grunt alone? Ah, no problem. worked me too hard. I knew what you were saying, Dem. I just, like, my brain fell apart trying to read that. Thanks. I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. I'll protect Riri with everything I have. You ready to battle? Here I come. I'm half expecting for them to, when the big battle starts, send out some Pokemon that, even though type disadvantage, also gives them like a type advantage, and I kind of just want to end it with them Giga Chatting at a disadvantage. Because at this point, that is what I have expected from Dem. To just walk out and be the Giga Chat of the room. But until we get there, playing it safe for him. Come to think of it, if they're using fighting type, I really should have brought a flying type to help even things out for me. I don't have any psychic moves at all across any of my team. I didn't realize that. I usually love a lot of psychic Pokemon. Probably just slept awkwardly. Or, ooh, a lamb kebab. What is... Maybe you can fill me in on this, Dem. Is it shawarma that I'm thinking of? Where they have that huge rotating meat slab? I think they call that a kebab as well. I might be wrong. They shave off bits of it. That stuff is so good. You said lamb kebab, and I think when I've eaten that, it's been lamb. And the funny thing is like when I do... Yeah, that's it. When I do lamb chops, I'm not a big fan of lamb. But if you really slow cook it or do a nice amount of it, it really comes through. And a good lamb sandwich is delicious. Back, I took a nap. Welcome back, Ash. We're just getting ready for the final confrontation. I'm not going to terrestrialize. I only get one of those. For the last confrontation with the team leaders and of Team Star, and I'm unsure how I feel about this. I'm sure how I feel about this one. I love the leader. I was very much glad I trusted my instinct and saved her for last. But this is the one I feel most bad about fighting because she's actually like out here defending her people herself. And it took her people telling her to go chill out for a minute to change things up back to the format we're familiar with. And so I almost feel bad challenging this one. But I'm going to because I want to see more of the character. I lost. But my defeat's not the one that matters. This feels like one of the most awesome units in Team Star. If I was in Team Star, this is who I'd be with right here. Even if all I did was buy Riri a bit of time. That's fine. As much as I love the punk rock girl from the first one, like the actual squad energy, this is it. My job here is done, so I'll head back inside. Hasta la vista. Rotototo. I take it you defeated the guard out front? I mean, yes, but also no. The guard out front left, and another guard took their place. So sort of? That base is run by... Oh. That base is run by Team Star's fighting crew, the Calf Squad. Their boss, Aerie, is a skilled wrestler and coaches the whole of Team Star in Pokemon battling. Of all the bosses, she'll likely be the most alert to hostilities after our declaration of war. She might try to stop this raid in its tracks by challenging you to battle before anyone else. Yeah, we've already ran into him. I knew it. Tell me, what happened? Sorry about that. Still dealing with winter allergies as they are. She retreated? We're talking about the same area, right? Well, it seems there's nothing left for it now but to attack the base head-on. Ring the bell on the gates once you're ready to kick off this phase of the operation. Oh, what's that song? Hold on. Give me a second. What You Got? That's the name of the song. Who sings it? Reveal the song What You Got Coming. That would be perfect for kicking this off. And if it wasn't for the fact that it would get me hard slapped with some copyright issues, I'd be playing that the second I rang that bell. Strongly recommend checking it out once we rush in there. Which, frankly, we're not going to hold back. We're just going to kick it right in. I also see there's a comment here, but because this is on a timeline, I'm going to wait until the actual battle phase starts to read that. Even the smallest stars can light up in the sky when they shine together as a constellation. We're the last bastion of Team Star. Losing isn't an option. Hey kid, you listening? If you beat 30 of our Pokemon in 10 minutes, we'll call the boss out to deal with you. How's that for hospitality? Honestly, considering what we faced, honestly, this is feeling pretty decent. Much respect. Oh, and we're opening up with the big sumo. Oh, these guys are not holding back. Not even a little bit. Yeah, they opened the front gates with some powerhouses. Alright, get in there. And I know the typing and the levels actually does leave Arcana to get some unfortunate womps around here. Oh wait, I can heal up here, I think. Is it at this? Yeah, okay, we can top off here. And I actually think there's a great way for me to bypass some issues. If I throw Arcana that way. Okay, hold up. Don't really get to change it up. So Arcana does have to be in the rotation fully and regularly. I'm really trying to. Please, that way. Deal with them. I'm slapping that R1 and it was just kind of stuck doing whatever it was doing somewhere else. Man, they are making me wait. This is going to be the longest one so far. Get over there. I'm not fully sure why it feels like the mechanics are falling apart right now. Alright, Arcana did go down. Again, it really would have been a lot better if I came in here with a flying type. But my party layout did not kind of have one in the rotation, unfortunately. Alright, we're definitely going to clear through this without any issues at this point, though. Ooh, kind of getting some choppy frames here and there. By the way, guys, let me know if we have run into any hiccups or issues during the stream that were severely noticeable or out of the norm. I have swapped to trying to integrate... Really? No? To try and integrate my new recording hardware. Because, as we've mentioned before, I have someone lined up to inherit my old setup. Why your Pokemon be 73? Are they level 73? I haven't paid attention to what level they are this session. I've just been knowing that I'm at a decent spot to fight everything. As far as why they'd be level 73, That would probably be because I have been playing in between recording sessions. Because again, this is not a challenge run. This is just experience and enjoy the game run. So they're probably going to be well over leveled for anything I come across. Just because I'm trying to put the story on the stream. Just been sleeping and sitting at my PC this week. Oh my god, Dem, I am so looking forward to doing that for a few days. Unfortunately, we have holidays going on, but I'll be squeezing a few days of that in. Stream seems to be good for me. That's great to hear. It's been so quiet here. I went to the shop, saw about 3 lights on, walking past 100 uni houses with 5 people in each. Man, just being able to sit back and relax. That's why I've slept so much these last 2 days. I don't think we can hold him off much longer. Boss, get out here. Ooh, some neon green. I've got to say, with the thunderbolt or the lightning bolt on it, and knowing that this is still the fighting crew, that's got to be telling of what Pokemon they're going to be using. Okay, I'm ready. Doesn't matter who you are, I'll bury anyone who tries to take down Team Star. This time, I won't run away. Battle cry that I'm not going to do because I will absolutely peek the ever-loving heck out of my microphone. Although I will say, this character is like a great emphasis of why we need voice acting in Pokemon so bad these days. This would be a fun character for someone to voice over, I'm sure of it. This base is precious to us. I won't let this raid of yours go any further. She's also like one of the few ones to take like an actual battle stance, which is very... You know, is it necessary? Not entirely, but darn if it isn't really, really cool to see it. Alright, we have a type disadvantage opening up. I give as good as I get. That's a promise. We'll see who's left standing in the end. Well, I'll be honest, it was the poison type that threw me off there. Yeah, here it is. Passimian is one. Is this the new Primate run? I can't remember if this is the name of it. I've heard a lot of people talking about it. Okay, no, Passimian is an old Pokemon, and I just forgot what the name was. My mistake. From here, I think I can rattle off a Shadow Claw, or a Hone Claw. Make myself a little beefier. Because I don't expect Passimian to have... Oh, that's right, part Dark type. We're grass Dark, not Grass Pure. Whoops, did not see that one coming. Well, Ash is definitely equipped for this, though. You see, that would be one of those mistakes made that would cost me dearly if this was a full-on Nuzlocke. I'm still shocked we haven't seen the new Fighting Bear. Annihilate. This one doesn't even sound familiar. Okay, this is the one I've heard about. Man, let's see if we can get lucky with a paralysis. But I have heard a lot of people love this this new Primate. And I'll be honest, it looks really cool. It's kind of like what if Primeape went Super Saiyan? And as a fan of many things anime, I dig that reference. Alright, Lucario, we're going to keep We're going to keep Ash out front. So I'm just going to point out, this stream, despite me being over-leveled, I've lost, what, 2 Pokemon now? In the rush to this? Meanwhile, in the last session, Dem went through big balls swinging and just took out 3 gyms and a specific trainer battle. Solo darn near it. Mankey evolution or a new Pokemon? Yes, this is an evolutionary advancement for Mankey to Primeape to the name that I don't remember right now, and it's not on screen at the moment. And it is one that a lot of people have been hyping up as being fantastic, and frankly, the visual design of it does not disappoint. I'd imagine it's probably like fighting Ghost. And if that's the case, that's a really cool combo. It gives me like Ghost vibes. I don't know, I haven't caught one yet, but I really, really want one. Alright. Gonna keep going with the Fire Fang. Our big dog boy is just gonna tear this thing apart with its teeth. Just rip chunks of a vehicle off. Ignore the fact that it's, ooh, okay, that's gonna start to hurt a little bit. I could heal, but I'm gonna go for another Fire Fang. At this point, we're just sticking true. We know the strategy. And we've got Pokemon in the lineup. We don't have to worry about types or any of that. Alright, it's built up its speed. It's built up its attack. I think we can probably still outspeed it. Never mind, we can no longer outspeed it. And it is just getting stronger and stronger. So we're going to have to probably extreme speed next. Because it's fairly clear at this point it's trying to wipe us out in one go. Man, if only I could get lucky and inflict a burn or something. That would have been great. So we're going to get one last shot in before it takes us out. Because I'm fairly certain it's going to be swapping over to that strategy soon. Unfortunately, the speed is going to be a problem now. It's built up it's given itself a lot of attack buffs and speed buffs. Let's see what Houndstone can manage. God, I'm just waiting for the moment I have to send Dem in, and again, he just, like, Wrecking Ball slaps it and it just goes into the ground. It's gonna be like everyone's wiped out. Gotta rely on the one last champion. Alright, unfortunately the defense buffs is helping it a lot too. But that's gonna start bringing it down a bit. Again, it can outspeed us all it wants. It's really the power bonus I'm worried about. And if we can keep... Come on. Drop it again. Alright, nope. It's just going to keep getting stronger. Alright, there we go. I was worried that was going to be a crit, and no joke, I was going to pull Dem out of his vacation time to come clean up the mess. Now that is a loser pose. The classic I just lost a battle pose. I'm so sorry, everyone. I expected another line there. About a year and a half ago. I'm so sorry. I think I went a little too far. Nah, don't worry about it. We're the ones who asked you to put us through some tough battle practice so we can train up. Well, yeah, but... Truly, you need not apologize, my lady. Oh god, Atticus! You're the my lady guy? You're the m'lady? No wonder you were bullied. Thanks to thy sage instruction, I am making swift strides towards mastering the art of battle. And I could never have evolved my Pokemon without you, Eri. Even the big boss said it's thanks to you that we have a fighting chance against our bullies. See? Nothing but gratitude. To us, you're the brightest star on the whole team. Oh, come on, quit being silly. Just one thing. We've been training 4 whole hours now. I'm totally pooped. Yeah, I'm sorry. You should probably take a break. I'll go for a run while you rest up. M'lady. We 4 have each trained in our turn, but you, our steadfast mentor, have rested not once. I cannot help but worry for thy health. Thanks for your concern, Atticus, but lately, I feel like I can take anything. Even if I'm really tired or feel like crying, remember that time we all got together and riffed on our gym badge designs to create our very own star badges? Well, I don't know what it is, but just looking at my star badge, it makes me feel so strong. Like I want to give it my all. Why is she so enjoyable of a character? I gave my all, but it wasn't enough. I wasn't enough. Eri, stop getting on the emotional. You showed amazing strength. Even if the code didn't require me to give it to you, I want you to have this. Oh, there we go. I enjoyed that one a lot. That one spoke a lot of heart to me. I'd like to see you try out my trademark move, too. Here, this one's for you. And it would be close combat. Game? There we go. I know you're part of Operation Starfall. But I could tell from our battle that you're not a bad person. The way your Pokemon look at you with such trust gives it away. Do me a favor and look away for a moment. This is a bit much for me to take. I just really... Oh, we made her cry too. I've said it before, we are the bad guys. Looks like it's all over. Oh, Riri. This is the Team Star member you battled at the gates earlier. I asked her to come along for a talk. Alright, so what did you want to ask me? You seem to be on much friendlier terms with Eri compared to the other grunts. Why is that? You caught on? Alright, I don't mind telling you. Truth is, I used to hate Riri. She's an amazing trainer and athlete, and she's really pretty too. And it took her no time at all to become popular at the academy. I was queen of the class before she came along, but then everyone liked her more than me. So let me guess. You started to pick on her? Pretty much. I got her classmates to join in too. We were all so stupid. Everyone that has graduated high school ever, you look back 10 years and you're just like, man, I don't even care who you were or what position you were in. You look back and you're just like, God, we were idiots. But in the end, kids are always fickle. And once the thrill wears off, they look for something new. Before long, the class chose me as their next target and started bullying me instead. I mean, guess I deserved it, but then Riri. She chose to help me, even though I've been so horrible to her. She told me that she understood how hard it is to have no one on your side. And she invited me into Team Star. Even after you bullied her like that. What a kind girl. She really is. And joining the team has worked out great for us. It's been so much fun. fun. There are rumors that Team Star likewise engages in bullying. After hearing my story, do you really think that's true? No, I merely... I mean, oh, hold up. There is some minor truth to that. We actually experienced that at the very start of the game. However, thus far, that seems to be an outlying result rather than the situation as a whole. That seemed to be an exception rather than the rule. Now, it is true that they might not have been at school yet, but I don't go back there much myself, so who am I to judge on that? Riri and the rest of Team Star, they made me who I am today. Please, don't take away our greatest treasure. That one got emotional. Some of that, some aspect of that, kind of hitting a little close to reality for me. Rototo-toto. Ian? It's me. Did you do it? Did you claim Ares' star badge? Yeah, this one was not easy. Without its boss, the Calf Squad should be a hair's breadth from disbanding. Man, I don't think that's true. A tight-knit group, much as what we're seeing here, that doesn't fall just because someone gets a little sad here and there and loses in a title or a rank. This Team Star is going to stick around, but I think it's going to go through a change, if nothing else. That's my current theory. I don't think there's going to be any reason Team Star as the group unit disbands. But frankly, there may be a change in name, a sort of new management, a rebranding. I think that's what we might end up seeing. But I don't think they're going to necessarily leave each other's sides, as it were. So, Aerie was the last. All 5 squad bosses have now been toppled from their pedestals. I imagine they'll leave Team Star before long, now that they've lost their special positions. After that, they should soon be back attending to classes at the academy. Nice work out there, Ian. Is that Clive I hear? Cassiopeia, well done to you too. Thanks. And now about your reward, Ian. I'll transfer some LP over your phone, as promised. And some more TMs, always nice. Oh, that reminds me. I'm doing the whole supply unit rep thing this time, right? Indeed. You can go ahead and give Ian his bonus reward now. Thanks, Clive. At long last, Operation Starfall has entered its final stage. There's only one thing left on the agenda. You must defeat the big boss and have Team Star disband for good. Where are they? Don't worry, there's no need to search them out. The true identity of the big boss has been me all the time! Jaw drop! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep it from you for so long, but the right moment never came. I'm the one who formed Team Star. Back then, the members of the team were my closest friends. And I treasured them more than anything. If they go on like this, Team Star won't do any good for anyone. They've got to give it up. So I'm using the code we made together to force them to disband. Ian? I'll be waiting for you in the schoolyard. After dark. You should come as well, Clive. Understood. Then I'll see you both there. So, Cassiopeia was the big boss of Team Star this whole time. I scarcely thought it possible. But with this revelation, I just might have an inkling as to their true identity. It seems we'll find our answers after dark in the Academy schoolyard. Let's prepare as best we can before heading over. Clive, I hear ya. Ooh, food's on its way. Yummy. Out of curiosity, I understand that some cultures consider what is and isn't a kebab slightly different. Do you consider a kebab to needing some veggies on it? Around here, it's a kebab would just be meat and veggies skewered. And a lot of people would actually argue with you if you called just a meat kebab a proper kebab. But again, that's, I think, purely like regional cultural differences rather than what something properly should or shouldn't be classified as. Alright, we charged up our Terra Orb. I want to see what some of these new TMs are because I have some things I might need. Ooh, Fire Punch. I don't even need that, I just want it. There we go. Let's see what some of the other ones we have. Flamethrower. I mean, I know where to fight some Numels. Alright, none of those particularly thrill me. Waterfall. Waterfall is the one I need to get. I need to fight some Basculins and get their fangs. Waterfall is like the big move I still need to get for Gyarados, for Richard. Thunder Punch, also fun. Yeah, I'll pick that one up. I have a very physically offensive team. Unfortunately, we don't do much with special attacks. Which honestly is kind of comically in line with me as a person. This feels very thematically fitting. Drain Punch, that is a good one. I already have one. Did they get rid of... I haven't seen it yet. Did they get rid of Power Up Punch? That was one of my favorite fighting moves. Probably to date. The idea that they can hit you and then get stronger from it. That was one of my biggest, like, slow build-up moves that I loved having available. Air Cutter, Air Slash, neither of those are physical. Fly's the only thing physical we have, and nobody can learn it. Yo, Psychic Fangs! I didn't even know that was a thing! Oh, I'm gonna have to get that on a couple of guys. When did Psychic Fang become a move? Absolutely need to figure that one out. Leech Life got a huge power buff over time. I remember when that move was terrible. Alright, some rock moves, but we're not going to pick any of those up. Ghost, I've got a couple of those on the team right now. Don't need to worry too much about it. Metal Claw. Okay, we already have that one. Alright, so there's a couple of TMs I really want to work towards. Beyond that, not a whole lot I need immediately before I go try to move on to the next challenge. Which we know where to go for both of those? Yeah, okay, we have Nemona out this way, which I should be able to get to. But first things first, we're going to go deal with Cassiopeia. We'll have to wait for nightfall, but hopefully we have an opportunity to wait that out through a menu option. Because if I have to wait specifically for nightfall, that one's going to be a little rougher. For me, it's just meat in a pita bread or on a stick. I'm getting it on the pita bread. Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, regionally specific, that would just be like a type of wrap. But, again, I have seen, watching people travel and try foods abroad, that just meat skewered on a stick is still referred to as a kebab. I remember the first time seeing that, and I'm just like, but where are the veggies? There should be like some tomatoes or bell peppers or something skewered along with it. Come to find out, I was just living inside of a regional bubble. I was listening to this, not a Christmas song. Oh, I was listening to This Is Not a Christmas Song by Netflix. Again, I would have to open up my list of songs that I keep in rotation to see which one by Netflix that it is that I have. And unfortunately, I do not have my flash drive for my vehicle right now. Sup, Ian? Clive? That's my name. Actually, no. It's time for me to bring this little performance to an end. Allow me to reveal my true identity. Headmaster Clavel? How dare you! I trusted you! Clive was like a brother to me! I do apologize for deceiving you with my disguise. In truth, the boy you knew as Clive was none other than the director of Naranja Academy, Mr. Clavel. No! No! Yes, this must be quite a shock. My disguise was perfect after all. Regardless, there is still one more astonishing truth I must reveal. You can't give me anything more astonishing! The true identity of Cassiopeia. The big boss of Team Star was me all along! No, I'm not buying that one. Honest to goodness! When you heard Cassiopeia over the phone, that was actually a pre-recorded voice. I pulled it off using, one of those high-tech gizmos. Yes, it was very clever. Quite clever indeed. So, Master Ian, now that you know I'm the big boss, that means there is just one thing left to do. Face me in one final showdown to decide it all. Look, Clavel, I'm not gonna turn down the chance to face you in combat, but, like, no. I am Cassiopeia of Team Star. With this battle, I will finally bring Operation Starfall to an end? Question mark? Is that what he said? Gasp! What a twist! I know, man, Clive and I, we have been through so much, and now Professor Clavel is just going to be here like, oh, yeah, I can just drop this absolute weight of the world on you all at once, and then proceed to fight a child? My brother kept calling him Clavel throughout, then chose the option like he had no idea after they were revealed by him. No, I refuse to believe it. Clive, unfortunately, just had to switch to another school. But it's okay. The memories we made along the way will remain true in our hearts. Picked up Quaxley Slam, and you got a Tarantula Chad. Tarantula gonna be the Chad of your team, much like Dem is proving this run. And a Diglett. Diglett is a solid ground type. The speed advantage, the move coverage, pretty decent one to go with. Unfortunately, a little underpowered until you can evolve it into Dugtrio. Alright, they're sending in Gyarados, and we know full well how powerful a Gyarados can be. So obviously we've got to send in someone with equal might. Dem's going to come in here and rip the throat out of his Gyarados. With the double Intimidate, so neither of us are at a particular advantage on that front. Although we do have the advantage of literally having access to Dem. Dem's got his food. And frankly, I'm jealous. I want to go get some food. I am long past my intended time to go get lunch, but I decided to do a live stream instead because we had a holiday stream to kick off. By the way, I don't think I said it earlier. Happy holidays to everyone in chat. I can't believe it took me until what? Okay, that was a thing. Just walks through. Eating some Ruffles. I think what I might make later on, I might do some souped up homemade ramen. I've got some additions I can put in there and make it a little bit more enjoyable than basic preheated ramen. Oh, pizza sounds good too. I've got a couple of frozen pizzas in the freezer I can do. We have a couple of decent brands that we pick up. Problem with frozen pizza is it is the kind of food item that can go either way really fast. Alright, Poltergeist. Man, I kind of want to fight it with our own Houndstone. You know, ghost to ghost. I think we're going to do that. One of my favorite brands of the frozen pizzas. Red Baron. Red Baron pizzas, delicious. I think the big benefit I have for getting good pizzas out of them, though, go for the Phantom Force, is I have a proper pizza stone, and I grease it up a little bit beforehand, preheat it, so that when I put the frozen pizza on it, the underside gets really nice and crispy real fast. And then I have a second pizza stone that I put on the rack just above the first one, helping isolate a lot of the heat in the vicinity of the pizza. Really helps get me a nice crispy crust. I do like a crispy crust. I'll swap over to Lupin. But a crispy crust, fully cooked toppings, and having a somewhat decent brand that you can turn to really helps carry it a little farther. Ooh! I should not have done that! I didn't know that was its name! Yo, but Skeletridge be looking really cool, though! Okay, this was not as expected. We're going to swap out to Richard. That looks really cool! I know I've said I've seen, like, little sprite work of it, but again, I have been avoiding, like, seeing the full, what it actually looks like in-game. And that's really cool looking. By the way, I think I've said it before, that is going to be the Pokemon I go for in my Nuzlocke. So I'm really excited to see him. I hope he lives long enough to see that form. Do step back, please. This may get dangerous. Torch Song? Oh, he's a singing crocodile! Cavil, stop having a cool starter Pokemon. Stop it. Man, it took that on the chin. Yeah, it's gonna be a fire ghost type. I don't think we've had that since Chandelure. Was that the last one? But yeah, very fun typing too. Really making me look forward to playing the Violet run. However, I'm thinking about doing the Nuzlocke with it. Gives a decent opening to build off of. But unfortunately, after that, you start running into issues. Gonna have a harder late game with that one. Especially when I have to also worry about not over-leveling. I mean, I'm going to over-level because you have, like, unit-style bosses that you really have to worry about that are not a standard Pokemon battle. But I am going to try to not be level 70 fighting level 40. So, it's going to be a weird balance given how open this game can be. It seems you have grown quite splendidly over the course of your treasure hunt. And here, once again, I must apologize. I'm not actually Cassiopeia. I know! I met you out here in the daylight. I was supposed to meet Cassiopeia at nightfall. Though, Clive and myself being the same person was no lie, I mind you. Cassiopeia's true identity remains hidden. But I believe I can hazard a guess as to who they may be. That is why I sought to spare you from having to confront them in battle. Their sorrows should not be yours to bear. However, Cassiopeia has settled on a course of action, and is determined to see it through. I do not imagine any ordinary student could hope to stand against them and win. So I challenged you to a battle to test your skill. Clavel, you could have just been like, hey, yo, I want to make sure you're not going to get hurt. Fight me, bro. If you had lost, it would have fallen to me to bring down Cassiopeia. Such was my resolve. But it turns out you are as strong as you are kind. I'm kind? We have done some very unkind things in this run-through, but thank you. If anyone has a chance at saving that poor child, it is surely you. As an educator, it shames me to burden one of my students with such a task. But please, defeat Cassiopeia, take on the big boss of Team Star, and win. Yes, sir. Also, say hey to Clive for me next time you see him. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. I leave this in your hands. You there, what do you think you're doing? Ah, Miss Time, a pleasure to see you. It's no pleasure at all, Mr. Clavel. I came to investigate reports of an illicit battle on school grounds, and what do I find? Why, the director of the academy himself facing off against one of our students, no less? What were you thinking? No, if I could just explain, you see, it's a rather sad... Oh, spare me! Your excuses reek worse than a stunky's behind. A stunky's behind? Remember that big boss asked us to meet them in the schoolyard after dark. I'm counting on you, Master Ian. You'll write a letter of apology to the students and faculty at once, and I'll be reporting this to the chairwoman of the school board. Make no mistake. Good gracious, no, anything but that, I implore you! That's kind of fun. Alright, we'll have to wait for nightfall for them. Can I come in here and heal up? Is that... No, I can't heal in here, that's right. Alright, so here's what we got going on. On the next stream, I am going to be dealing with Cassiopeia. I think we've got a fair guess who it is. I think it was fairly obvious long before this. Long before this. But that's what we're going to be doing at the next stream, followed by taking on the Elite Four and wrapping up near the end. If I can manage to squeeze enough time into doing a live stream between now and New Year's, I really hope to be wrapping this game up, and maybe at the end of the next stream, I'll be able to get those shiny guys out to you watching the stream. So thank you so much everybody for stopping in. I hope to see you next time when we maybe, possibly, finish off the Scarlet run. I don't know how deep and in-depth the post-game gets, so we'll see how well that works out, whether it's the last one or not. But have a good one, see you next time, and I hope you all have a fantastic holiday season, regardless of what you celebrate and with whom you choose to celebrate it.